If you could overnight suddenly transform physically and acquire all the skills and knowledge to become the best in the world at a particular sport, which sport would that be?
Okay.
Transforming physically, you're becoming the wetware of a champion of a particular sport. You just wake up one day and you have all the required skill and physicality for a particular sport.
I feel like this is just such a change of identity and personhood. I feel like it's just like
you're the same Connor, but you've become.
Yeah, you say that, but like if I fundamentally change, because I'm quite short, right? And if I suddenly answer basketball player, I'm going to be a very different person.
Yeah,
in a few months down the line. Do I have to play the sport afterwards?
No, you don't have to at all. You can just go. Oh, I'll take that then. I'll have that.
It has to be something I enjoy. I think something I feel like. So my mind is changing as well. I'm okay.
It's just like adding more software onto what's already there. So you're just adding in. Oh, so it's as if you've just spent that 1,000, 10,000 hours or whatever practicing.
So you put all the training in. Okay.
Yeah, as if you've just done that basically.
Because I wouldn't do anything like bodybuilding. Because I wouldn't like change my physique because I'm not ripped. So I wouldn't like just change my physique like massively, or anything like that. That's not what I would go for. So it'd be to do with the kind of skill I'm getting from it. So let me think. So I would either do something that's just going to be useful that I can use outside of a sports context. Because as we established in the sports podcast, I'm kind of not that into sports. So I guess, so for that, I'd be like, running, So just in case, if I can run away from something.
All right.
Or like...
As in sprint or...
Yeah, just like get
long distance.
Sprinting, because then I can... That's like a survival skill.
Like 200 meters or...
Maybe a bit longer. So as long as
so you can get away.
Yeah, as long as I need to get away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Or like rock climbing, like
bouldering or...
But yeah, or like
climbing or whatever.
I mean, what's that thing? Ninja Warrior? Is that even a sport? Like, what is that? You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
It's a program. It's on something called the television.
Oh no, I don't know it then.
No, you wouldn't know that.
What this is?
You don't watch telly. It's this thing.
Is that like a mobile phone but bigger?
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Oh, okay.
It's got an aerial on the top. It's got 5 channels.
What?
Anyway, when I was a kid, they only had one. It's this thing where you go on a course. I'm going to butcher the explanation, but you go on a course and it's like an endurance thing, and you climb.
It's not a military training course.
No, it's Ninja Warrior. So it's
is this where you go to loads of obstacles? Is this like an event thing where you all do the event?
There's like the Japanese one's a lot better. Don't watch the UK one. It's pretty.
Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking because there is like an event thing in the UK where there's like a thing where loads of people get together and they do like an assault course sort of thing. I can't remember what it's called now.
No, this is like a tournament. Type
we're talking
thing.
about an actual TV show.
Yeah, it's a TV show. Right. Yeah. So, these really ripped guys. Some of them aren't that big. Some of them are kind of smaller, but they go on this course and they have to like drag themselves along things and like climb up things, and it's like that would be kind of a cool thing to be able to do.
It's the best in the world at that.
Yeah,
whatever that is, obstacle courses.
It's like that's honestly, I'm watching that and I'm like, how the fuck is he pulling himself up like 100 foot, just like, or like monkey bars for like a mile? It's like just crazy stuff like that.
My mind was too set in like the what is an actual like Olympic sport domain. And I thought you'd think along similar lines and you'd go with triathlon because it's kind of like a bit of everything. So you sort of do something.
Shit, yeah. Oh, you're swimming, yeah.
Yeah, because then you get like swimming and cycling. And that's what I thought you'd answer, because I thought, he's going to think about this and go, what can I get a bit of all these skills in? I'll be like a triathlon. I'm not like a hugely sporty, knowledgeable person, so I can't remember all the different events there are. I'm interested in some events, but I was thinking like... So
skills-wise, if I'm just taking skills out of the sports context and just using them like that, then definitely triathlon. Okay, I'm in on that. Or darts.
I've literally got that on the thing. Then I'm so pleased with that.
Yeah, because then I could... Oh yeah, I can see it. Well done.
Oh, that's great. Because my prediction was you're going to say darts as a sort of joke, and they go, hang on a minute, maybe.
Well, no, because I could, or pool, or snooker.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have to change much physically, would you?
No. But I could
the best in the world. Maybe just have a huge forearm, just like literally like Popeye forearm, just for playing darts on one arm as well.
No, but because you could win money from that. You could. I feel like I was hustling people. There's a whole ethical dimension there, though. Because if I am the best in the world,
but maybe you're also motivating more people to get better. I don't know. The whole young generation idolizing Connor, the dart champion.
That feels like just a lie I'm telling myself to win money.
Yeah, it is. It's not great.
We talked about lying earlier.
I did actually consider that. Like, what would you also go down the ethical line of? I would do it, but not play the sport because of the ethical thing. What's the guy in the kid in Incredibles where he does the track thing? You know, he's like really fast, dash, and he goes to the spot and he has to like slow himself down so he doesn't look like he's got. And it's sort of like that. Where I mean, why is he even running the race? Because that doesn't even make sense. You can't get any satisfaction from knowing he can go at like the speed of light, and then suddenly he's just running a track race and he can just win it however much he wants. It kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you haven't sweat blood and tears for your darts championship title. You've just sort of acquired it overnight. You wouldn't just like be tempted to just do like a random, like just enter a thing, just totally dominate, and then just never do, just disappear like a phantom in the night, and just people will just remember you as like that random guy who just turned up and was like,
just
insane.
Getting triple 20s all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, do you know what? It just seems it's too arbitrary, isn't it? And it's just like it's not earned. I don't know. I would only use it for like the benefit of, I don't know.
Would it actually ruin darts down the pub for you as well? Because you wouldn't be able to really play with anyone anymore, would you? Because you just know you'd win every single. We couldn't like play with you unless you were like deliberately doing stupid. Again, would that in a sense ruin it for you? Would you enjoy the sensation of just winning every single time?
No, I wouldn't. And I'd have to get something out of it, like money. But then that would make it even worse. Or like maybe if I was making friends through it, or like. Like a talking point. Like I played one round and then a bunch of people sort of come over and go, hey, how long have you been playing? And I can just like lie.
Yeah. My whole life. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's more trouble than it's worth, isn't it? No, I'm going to go with the triathlon.
Okay, so triathlon. And would you compete in the triathlon, or would you just be like, I'm having those skills and I'm going to leave the competition to other people?
I would.
Or
just
would
have
you?
The skills.
Middle road is if you compete in all the separate events of the triathlon, like sort of, because triathlon people I don't actually know. I'm not like somebody who's an expert in these events can tell me, but they're not always going to be like a cycling champion on their own or a swimming champion or a running champion on their own, right? So if you compete, if you didn't you didn't specifically do triathlon, but you did all the other events in which you wouldn't be like the best, but you'd be pretty good. Because you were trained with triathlon, but you weren't like, amazing at any one event. And maybe you could train those more. Would you be in? Because that almost kind of circumvents it, but I guess it's still, you're kind of getting unfair. It's almost like having a massive natural talent, unfair advantage going into like the cycling or going into the.
No,
you still wouldn't compete.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would just be using it outside the context of sport. Like I would just go on like a massive cycling trip because I knew that I'd be all right cycling. Yeah, just go across Europe on a bike because it's like, well, I'm pretty handy on a bike. There's no danger there, and or just go near a lot of water and be like, well, if I fall in, I'll be able to swim to shore. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.